Hello, everyone. This is Rafael from Martin Solutions again, and today I'm gonna teach you one quick automation that's gonna really help make the process a lot easier when it comes to recruitment. Uh, Most large companies usually have like an application tracking system, or just they use a whole platform because of the sheer volume of applications that they receive. But there's not many solutions for small and medium businesses. And today I'm going to show you a very quick solution that's going to make the process a lot easier using automations. And this is a very simple setup. You only need a Google form, for which I recommend you use some sort of a form. It doesn't have to be Google form. You could also use Jot form or Type form. But I do recommend that over simply going over emails, as all of that can be quite daunting. So, if you're looking to hire, I think one of the best things you can do, especially for small and medium businesses, is try to funnel everything to a Google form, to some sort of a form, and then have that post the answers onto a spreadsheet. And that's going to make the selection process a lot easier. And today I'm going to show you how we can use Google Sheets to centralize the application process and application tracking, and then have it send emails depending on how the application process goes. So let's gonna get straight to it. So what we're gonna need is, for example, just having a look here real quick. I have a Google form, and this is just a very simple one for demonstration purposes. It only takes email, name, phone number, which positions are you interested in, and upload your CV or resume. And then this is the Google Sheet to which the answers get submitted. As you can see, I've already submitted a couple of sample answers. And then, this is Make, and this is the automation software we're going to be using. And this is the one this is going to be the glue that holds everything together. And so, what we're going to do is, looking at the spreadsheet, we have the fields that contains the answers to each question, the name, the email address, the phone, the positions the would-be candidate is interested in, a link to the uploaded document, meaning the resume. And then now these last four fields I added myself, and these will go with each and every record. And this is especially to track the selection process. So I added four: one for when the resume is approved, another one for the first interview. If it went well, you check it or uncheck it. Another one for the second interview, and a last one if the candidate got rejected at any stage. So what we're going to do is easily is well, number one, this is going to be easier for you to visualize, and number two, each time you tick one of these boxes, it's also going to send an email to the user, letting them know, hey, for example, if you have a look at their PDF file and you like their profile, you can click on CV approved, and that's going to send an email that's going to say, we had a look at your profile, we think you may be a good fit, let's go ahead and set an interview. And then, for the rest of the process, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to go ahead and begin. Right, so first we need to connect Make to Google Sheets. So what I want to do is we're going to select Google Sheets. Then we're going to have it watch changes if it detects any changes. And we're going to go ahead and create a webhook. And the webhook is what actually connects the Make automations service with Google Sheets. So we're going to go ahead and create a webhook. And you can give it any name. This is just for your personal identification. Let's just call it Google Sheets webhook. And then, okay. So it went ahead and created a URL for us. It's this web address you see here. We need to use that to connect the two services. So we're going to go ahead and click on this button, which is copy the address to the clipboard. And what you're going to do is you're going to come to the Google Sheets. You're going to go for extensions, add-ons, get add-ons, and you're going to search for Make. And it's the first result. It's called Make for Google Sheets, and that's your add-on. Let's go ahead and install it. Just one thing to keep in mind is that make sure that you are using the main account on the Google Suite to connect these services. Otherwise, you may get unexpected issues. All right, and it's been installed. All right, so now we're going to go to the settings. And that web address is going to go right here. Just going to paste it again to be sure. Just up here where it says webhook URL, and down here where it says perform an action. And we're going to hit save. All right, settings save. It already had a URL in there, but that's because I was using it for a previous setup. I removed the Make extension and I reinstalled it, obviously for demonstration purposes. All right, I believe I had already hit saved. There it is. Settings saved successfully. Okay, so now there it is. They should be connected now. So I believe we could go ahead and just give it a quick test. I'm going to run once. It should watch any changes. So if I do any sort of a change to the Google Sheets, then it should detect it right here. It's going to go ahead and run it once. So let's say, for example, I click on approved. There it is. All right, it's working properly. Good news. Let's go ahead and uncheck this. And now comes the second part. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tie the checkboxes to a Gmail to make sure that if you click it was approved, it'll send one email. If a person passed the first interview, another email, second interview, another email, or another one if it was rejected. Right. So for that, we're going to need to contemplate all different scenarios. And we're going to go ahead and just do that just now. So first, we need to add another module. And we're going to choose a router because we get different outcomes depending on certain values. All right. So first one, we're gonna use this for when a candidate gets rejected. Right. So we're just gonna simply label it rejected. And you can name it anything you want. This is just for you to identify. And then condition. All right. So we need to take from the values that are received. We need two things. Number one, the value from the corresponding column. In this case, it would be, all right, you go to the Google Sheet, and the columns are actually lettered, not numbered, but we can count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get to the rejected column. So we're going to go here and we're going to choose column start and only start, no end. Column start. So column end would be if you were choosing a range of columns, but we only need one. So column start is equal to 7, and the new value, if you notice over here, there are two fields, the value and the old value. Remember that the condition is that the automation is watching for any changes, right? So if a value has changed, obviously it's going to be the old value that was there and the new one that was set. We obviously want to look at the new one, right? Because we want to check if the box was ticked or not. So we're going to set the new one, which only is called value, and equal to true. Okay, just to make it a little less strict, I'm going to leave it to equal to case insensitive, just in case true may come in lowercase. Not very likely, but just to make it a little future proof. And then we're going to hit OK. And that was the first filter. Then comes the second filter. And this is for if the resume was approved. Same condition. I believe it is column 7. Yes. Column equal to case insensitive 7, and value equal to insensitive true. All right, we'll add a couple more. Set up a filter. This is for when first interview was approved. So condition column start is 8, and value is true, and one more, just one more, and this is for when the second interview was successful. So condition column start 9, and value equals to true. Okay, so these, all right, let me just 8, 9, 7, and this one should be 10. This is for rejected. No, this should be 10. There you go. Good thing I double checked. All right, so what's going to happen so far? It's okay, so this automation monitors for any changes from the spreadsheet. So if we make changes in any of the 4 columns in which we had the checkboxes, of course, all of the information that is dumped on us lets us know where in the spreadsheet the change took place. So obviously, if it took place in one of the checkbox columns, then we want to handle that. All right. So in this case, we have set up filters for when a change has happened in any of the corresponding columns. So now what we're going to do is, for a scenario, is if he got rejected, if he or she got rejected, approved, or passed on with the interviews, we're going to send an email, right? Send an email for each scenario. So we're going to start off with the rejected scenario. And let's see, Gmail. Send an email. There you go. Just one thing. If you are going to send an email from make sure that you use a business email, not a personal email. If you use a personal email account, a personal Gmail account, you kind of have to do a special procedure to be able to access it from Make. But not only that, but it's not very well recommended for professional reasons. If you send too many emails from your personal email, you may get account suspended for spam or some of the sort. In my case, I've set it up to use with one of my email addresses for demonstration purposes. Just make sure that if you're going to set up make automations with email, use a business email. In this case, I already went ahead and set up my email account. The first time you set this up, you're going to see a button to connect to your email account. Once you've already, it should be pretty as easy as signing in using Google Sign In. Of course, you can also use alternate email services in which you're going to be asked to log into those services as well. So anyways, in here I've already have my account set up and I'm going to send an email. And now for 2, I'm going to add a recipient, which is going to be the candidate. Let me... Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we're going to grab from row values. And we're going to use the field that contains the email, which would be this one. There you go. Subject regarding your application for the position. All right, I'll be brief. Fortunate will be moving forward with other candidates. All right. And will be brief for demonstration purposes, so we're going to leave it there. For the other scenario, okay, so you looked at the person's resume and you liked it, so we're going to notify them. Send an email. And once again, row values. There. And then subject regarding your application. And then content. We liked your profile. Please click the following link to book an appointment or interview. Oh, the content field actually accepts HTML, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a quick link. Click to that one. Here, right. And then the URL will be one to my appointment website. Okay, so for booking an appointment, there. Actually, I'm going to copy this use it in a little bit. So that should do it. Okay. And then, so this is for after the first interview. So again, send email, recipient, email address, values, be subject regarding application, content, your interview went well. Please click the following to book an appointment for your second technical interview. Here. Okay. And the last one, this is for in case the second interview was successful. So regarding your application, congratulations. We think you'll be a great fit. Let's go. Congratulations, we think you'll be a great fit. Please click the follow link to book an appointment, or just simply please reply to this email to get you up with onboarding. And yeah, well, let's leave it at that. Okay. All right, and that should do it. So now we have our automation. It listens for changes on the Google Sheets, and then depending on the value that was changed, it was going to look for whether the CV was approved, whether the candidate passed the first interview, passed the second interview, and the last one for when the candidate gets rejected. So now we're just going to put it to the test and make sure, all right, just make sure, yep. So now we are going to run it. Let's just wait for new data. And then if I look at the first candidate, and which is mapped to one of my other alternate email accounts. Let's just say, okay, I looked at the profile, I liked it, I approve of the resume. So I'm gonna have to click this, and then it ran, and you can see that it ran, went through the CV approved. I should have received the email. Could take a minute. There it is. We liked your profile. Please click the link to book an appointment for an interview here. And it's going to take me to the appointment setting. There it is. We'll try it once more. Wait for new data. And then let's say I had the first interview, but I didn't like it. I think we'll move forward with other candidates. So I'm going to go ahead and click rejected. and then should execute, and there you go, rejected. And let's just give it a minute. There's, unfortunately, we'll be moving forward with other candidates. So this once you have the automation up and running, you can manage all of your application processes from your Google Sheets. So I really hope this makes it a lot easier, especially for small and medium businesses. If you need help setting all of these automations, just go to my website, arden.solutions, or get in touch with me, and I'll help you set it up. Till next time.